Let us search all the matter. Don't just take what they tell you. It's not so much a mystery. Let us search all your history. Seek and you shall find. Knock on the door, be open. Come on, open your mind because you're chosen. Greetings, one and all. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Searching Out the Matter. And the matter that we're searching out in this video is the weather in 2021 and before. Are they natural disasters or man-made? Are there natural disasters and mankind, or weather warfare and mankind? But before we investigate the matter, just take a look at some floodings, in yard and abroad. I think this is Auburn View.
See them? Nobody know I'm fast. Block the road. Two side block up. On the Harbour View Road.
And my bridges are going so. You got the bang? All I trying to sit them.
Moving on. Alright, so that's jumping. Not wasting any time there. And this is price starting at France. And I think that's Germany. And this is something Japan. So we see the narrative that has been going on. See what has been going on from the other day about all this flooding. All that. And if you want to see more, you can just check YouTube and you see all of them. We're talking about Russia, we're talking about France, talking about Japan, we're talking about China, we're talking about wildfires, we're talking about earthquake, we're talking about storms, we're talking about everything that they call natural disasters. We're talking about snowstorms, rainstorms, hailstorms, right? You can check YouTube and you will see all of them. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to investigate the matter if these are just natural disasters or these are man-made. When we say man-made, I know a lot of persons are going to raise their eyebrow like, what? But don't worry. We're trying to intrigue your investigatory mind, trying to get your mind to start to investigate things. And we hope we have accomplished that so far with the videos that we have done. And with this video, we just want to push it some more. Alright, so with Operation Popeye, the US government made weather an instrument of war. Yes, that's when they were fighting Vietnam down, in the Vietnamese. Yes, and they couldn't, defeat them, so they decided to seed the cloud, and I think they flooded out the whole country, something of that sort. But of course, they denied it. They call it Operation Popeye. They did deny it, sorry. They did deny it, of course. You know that they would. Alright, moving on. Okay, so Dubai artificially creating a rainstorm with drones and electricity. Alright, let's listen.
Dubai is making it rain in a sweltering desert by zapping clouds with electricity using drones.
Fascinating, isn't it?
So much to ask, but let's take it and then we'll.
Okay, so they're just doing it in desert, right? They're not doing it in cities and in areas that people live. I'm just wondering. You have so much power and you're not misusing it. You're just using it in desert where they're dry, and there's drought, right? Okay, just making sure, all right.
There's a few questions.
Before we talk about what's happening in Dubai, let's talk about cloud seeding in general, because a lot of people, I don't think, understand what cloud seeding is. And this has been going on for decades, by the way. This is not...
A lot of people, you're right what you said just now, don't know what cloud seeding is. However, what you just said, it has been going on for decades. All right, friends, viewers, listeners, it has been going on for decades. We're not going to go through all of this. We just say they admitted that Dubai is artificially creating rainstorms. All right, All right, moving on. China is investing 168 million to control the weather. Wow. Yes, they have a technology called cloud seeding. All right. Spray cloud with dry ice and silver iodine. All right. Helps increase rain or snow. Okay, they can increase rain or snow. 55 million tons of artificial rain every year. Wow. That will cause flooding. Could it? Employ 35,000 people across the country. Wow. Go China. All right, so you get the drift in terms of each countries are admitting that they can control the weather. I think the U.S. president, I think it was Nixon. I was looking for the video, but I couldn't find it. That he actually said, I mean, way back in the 19, no, I think it's 18, but however, don't quote me. They actually said that they were going to control the weather. They actually said it, but that fly over a lot of persons' head at that time.
We're here in Santa Barbara County, home to one of the longest running cloud seeding operations in the country. We've got some ground-based cloud seeding equipment right here, and we're going to get to hear all about how it works and see it in action. Let's check it out. Cloud seeding is the most common type of weather modification, and it has many different techniques and applications. Today, it's mostly used to increase rain and snowfall, reduce the size of hail, and reduce fog at airports.
Traditionally, cloud seeding has been done.
So it can increase rain or snowfall, and it's a common thing to see the cloud. All right, it's a common thing. All right, just making sure that's what we heard.
From the air. So airplanes have had racks on them where these same flares are positioned on the airplane, and the airplane flies into the storm. So in order to reduce the cost to the client and reduce our carbon footprint, we've been able to station these on the ground. Now we can do this in place.
Okay. So we know normally, so okay, in layman terms, normally they use the plane to, let whatever in the cloud, but they're actually now using it from the ground to send flares up into the cloud to see it. But they must have cloud to work it, I must say that. But we're not going to listen to all of this. You can go on YouTube all this for yourself. We're just running through. All right, now this is very interesting. Please listen carefully what this man is saying.
Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And as it turns out, the cleanest.
Now, the most amazing thing is that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually...
In an hour's time, the cloud that you just made is going to rain? Oh, cool.
Rain. I told you.
Whoa, you seem like a prophet, man. Okay. You seem like a prophet, man. But let's continue to listen what he says.
To get wet washing, it will actually rain. I told you. It's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
We heard that.
That's unbelievable. Oh. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
NASA playing God. It's making its own weather. You got that? NASA playing God. It's making its own weather. So, I'm just trying to intrigue your mind, to not just to have just one paradigm, because you need to shift. I think we all need to shift our paradigm right now, just with a bit of information. It's like, okay, for example, an old lady came on a bus, and a man get up and give the old lady his seat. Is that right or wrong? Most of us, if not all, are going to say that's right. But I'm saying, with a bit of information, your old paradigm can be changed. Paradigm change, or a paradigm shift, they call it. Now, the information is about to give to you is this: that the gentleman who get up and give the old lady his seat got fired. Why? Because he was the bus driver. You see, now you're like, oh yeah, that. No, your old paradigm has just changed because of a bit of information. So investigate certain things not please people, and change your old belief, change your own paradigm. Don't just talk with what they have told you. Everything has a history, This has been going on for decades. Who know about chemtrails? I'm intriguing everyone. I'm just asking everyone to just investigate chemtrails. Remember, Harvard University came out in 2016 and said we are a spray in the skies. It's called Operation Solar Shield. We're trying to protect you guys from the sun because whatever. We don't need to be protected from the sun, whatever the case may be. I'm just trying to say to everyone, have an investigatory mind. Right? Don't just take whatever they push down our throat and say, I'm just going to sort it out. Please don't. All right, one last slide.
Fire a laser at the sky and make it rain. Oh, that sounds more interesting. Dave Malkoff explains.
Just another stormy, wet afternoon in Central Florida. But what if you could pick up all this rain and move it where it's needed? Texas or California? What if a laser could start the rain?
So you can almost use it to set it off.
Matt Mills got into lasers as a kid.
It's just innately cool.
Now he's part of a team of scientists and military backers.
Scientists and military backers. You hear that? Okay.
On the cutting edge of a new technology, making lasers powerful enough to reach up here into the sky where a thunderstorm is just about to start. In the near future, a push-button storm starter could be a real thing.
Just imagining this situation. If there was a rain cloud that was going to pass over an area of drought and not rain, you could, theoretically induce the rain.
So we're not going to listen to all of that. You can just YouTube it yourself and then do some investigation. From when I was young, I always hear this term on Weather Watch or Weather News about concentrated rainfall, and it always bothered my mind. What do you mean by concentrated rainfall? Can you concentrate rainfall in an area? Is that what it means? You get me? It always bothered me. What do you mean by concentrated rainfall? You get me? But you don't have to think the way I do. That is just how my brain works. But I'm just trying to intrigue everyone to say, just do some investigation and every little thing. You don't have to do a large-scale investigation, but YouTube is there, Google is there. I mean, a lot of search engine is out there. So just type in something. You get me? Just when it runs through your mind, you just take up your phone or your laptop and just type in something. You get me? Because when I'm sitting and I'm like, sometimes the way I research something, persons ask me, how do you, what compelled you to research such thing? That's how my brain works. When things go through my mind, I would just get to the laptop and I would just, search for something. What information can be on this thing? And you'll be surprised to know how much person have done information on it and I've uploaded it in Google or upload a video on YouTube. So I'm just encouraging everyone to please do some research on whatever topic, because there's always information out there. Don't just take whatever they're shoving down your throat to say what's that. If they're telling you to take some miracle drug or some magic potion, you ask them what's in it, how does it work, you get me? Those questions. If you see that they're telling you about storms and they're telling you about cloud seeding, you must ask the question, can you manipulate the weather to cause storms? That's all I'm asking people to do. Just do some research. And as always, I hope you find this video very interesting. And of course, as always, I'm telling everyone, please seek Yahuwah or Elohim, our Father who art in heaven, and his Son, Yahusha HaMashiach. And his Ruach HaKodesh may dwell in you, that you may come to the knowledge of all truth. Till next time, brethren.